attacks on France were an abomination. But what could our military do about it? It already has been a couple of weeks since the actual attack. France has received much support from our world leaders. But is there really any pressing reason to support France than as much as we already have? We shouldn't send troops to France because they have enough support from their military, and our military should be focusing on ISIS in Syria rather than the place they've attacked. Our government should not send troops because their military has already their military has already bombed ISIS. They've taken care of the aftermath. According to CNN, France has already taken military action towards the terrorist group, and even President Hollande says our country confirms its firm commitment to the fight against the terrorist threat. We will strike whenever our national security is at stake. This statement shows France's strength in the fight against ISIS, so there's no need to support them further. Secondly, our government should not send military to France because we have pressing matters to deal with terrorism here and in the Middle East. According to the New York Times, the FBI have already begun some research and have already done some research about terrorist threats here and many different places. But wouldn't the most sensible thing to be helping our own? This illuminates that we should be more worried about things that might happen in the States and overseas. Also, a different article by the Times says the terror attacks there may trigger more aggressive attacks against ISIS themselves, so the military may take more action in Syria. This shows that our military and maybe Ashton Carter, Secretary of Defense, may be more worried about more focused on attacking ISIS directly. Although many people say that we should send troops to France, we shouldn't. This is because they have a strong military force of their own. They've planned a successful attack against the terrorists in Syria. If their country is able to do that, then why do we have to send military to support them? It's a waste of our resources to do so. Sure, it would show with our solidarity with France, but COP21 has already shown that we stand with France against terrorism. Doesn't that support the nation already? Again, we should not send soldiers to France because they have enough support of their own military, and we should focus on the matters in our own hands, not theirs. Stopping terrorism is important because it keeps the general public safe. It's also important to know that many propagate all Muslims as terrorists, which is definitely not true. Should we protect those who are being persecuted, or should we attack Syria? I'm not sure, but it's up to you. Thank you. Sincerely, Gian.